Hello?
This is a public communication services collect call from
Stephen Avery.
an inmate at the Calumet County Jail. The use of three-way or call waiting will disconnect the call. This call will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, dial 5 now.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hi, Stephen. It's Laura.
Hi.
How are you?
A little bit better today.
Good. It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, yours too?
Glad you called. I guess you got the message from Debbie.
Yeah. I got it from Mom first, then I got it from Debbie.
Oh, good. So have they told you we've been spending some time with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love your family. They're so amazing.
Yeah.
They're so great. We went up to Crivets the other day with your mom, and we spent a lot of time with her and your dad, and it was very nice.
Yeah. That's a little place away from home.
I'm sorry?
I said that's a little place away from home.
Yeah. I wish you could have been there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, well, I guess before we continue, I should just ask you once again whether we can record this for use in the film.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. And one of the things that's been on my mind about your case and your situation right now, Stephen, is the fact that so much has come out in the media in the last few days, and I'm wondering if you've had any thoughts about what's been on the news recently and why you think it's coming out now, such as the reference they made to new allegations that are being investigated by Brown County.
Well, they want to get every little thing they can, even if it ain't true. Just like that sexual assault where nothing happened. It was because of her mom. She thought there was something going on, but there wasn't.
And so when you say they want to get whatever they can get, I mean, who are you referring to?
The cops. They want to make me look dirty as I can, that they can.
And how do you feel about the media's coverage of it? I mean, it seems like they, contacted you and you spoke to them a little bit. Did you feel like their coverage was fair?
No. No, mostly it's all one side, their side, the state side. They only put so much out for me, and that's it. The rest is, it seems like they're all dirty. They want me dirty. They got to find something, somehow, where they get a conviction.
So you think that this information is being used to affect your current case?
Yeah. Yeah.
In what way?
And so they can put it up in the jury's head that I should be dirty, found guilty. As long as they got all of this other evidence and stuff ain't true, it's more, say on their side, which way they should go.
So, Stephen, I think Debbie told you that we met with one of your attorneys from back in 1985. We spent part of the day with her yesterday, and I wanted you to know that she speaks very highly of you, and she's very supportive.
Mm-hmm. She always was. She was a good attorney back then. She did her best.
Yeah, and she was saying that it's hard for her to hear about these new charges against you. She hasn't really been following the case because she gets too upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things we were talking about was she said she knew not only you, but she knew your then-wife, Lori, and we were talking a little bit about what might have been going through your mind and how you were feeling when you were in prison and writing those letters to Lori. And I know you and I talked about that a little bit last phone call, but I'm just wondering, that's something else that's been released by the media recently, those letters.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's just another way that it's for the state to make me look bad again. Because they don't do it to nobody else, so they were trying to get more dirt on me that they can, Especially when I was in prison for something I didn't do. And I did some stupid things when I was in there. I didn't know which way to go. I was lost. So the only way I could do with something is take it out on the people that I love.
So what do you think the media's interest in all of this is?
I don't know. I think they want to find out what really went on.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Like, hopefully, if we do got some justice, that they would know I'm an innocent man. That I've been framed, set up. Hopefully that'll all come out.
And Stephen, why have you chosen now to talk to television reporters about the Hallbuck case? I mean, why have you talked about some specific facts from that case at this time?
Well, I figured last time I didn't say nothing, and they convicted me. So I figured, well, maybe this time if I say something, get it out there, that could frame in me, maybe somebody will listen. I don't know. I figured maybe more people know, with the cops and the DA and the judges and everything, that people would, pay attention a little bit more and see what's really going on. Instead of me going to prison again for life for something I didn't do. It's bad enough for the first time that I didn't do it. Now it's the second time. So I figured maybe we'd be better off to talk more.
So it sounds like this is really playing out on television and in the news for you. I mean, it sounds like you're trying to defend yourself through the press. Is that true?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying. But it don't seem like it's working. It seems like it's working for them instead of for me. They only put on what they want to put on, not all of it, what I say.
And so is it too, I mean, are you afraid to wait for the trial itself? I mean, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to talk to you about the facts of this case. I don't want you to say anything that could later hurt your case, But I guess I'm just trying to learn more about what you think you can accomplish by talking about specific facts. Because what I'm referring to is I saw a news report, I believe it was from yesterday, where you were talking about having called Teresa Hallbuck after she left your property to ask her to come back and photograph a loader, and you talked about the fire that you lit, and that.
Well, they knew all of that because I told them that.
When you say you told them, who do you mean?
The detectives.
Okay, so what you said on the news recently was already known.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better because I was worried about you when I saw that report, and I thought, why is the media having him discuss his case on television? You know, why get into specific facts? You know?
Yeah, because I told him that I called her. And I called her about 3 times, you know. That's with the magazine, too.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because I know at court the detective was saying that you said that you'd called her 3 times before she had come.
No. Well, it was one time after that, when she left.
Okay. And Stephen, did you know about the end of daylight savings time that Sunday? Did you do anything to change your clock?
Yeah, I changed all my clocks.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
So I can't remember if I was telling you earlier, but we had spoken to your daughter Jennifer, and we were planning to go see her, but that fell through. And you know, I tried to reach her afterwards to see if if she had changed her mind or whatever, but both your mom and your sister and Debbie actually have told us that Jennifer has been supportive and that she's been calling you. How does that make you feel?
that makes me feel good, you know, because I got one kid that wants something to do with me, you know, and the rest of them don't. You know, she always believes in me, you know.
And as far as your other children, I mean, have you tried reaching out to them at all recently?
Not lately. Most 2 of them are gone, and one lives someplace else. And I seen Rachel, I think once, and that was by Jenny's house. But she don't really say much. You know, I don't know why she don't want nothing to do with me or what, but I don't know.
So how long has it been since you've had a relationship with your other children?
Well, just with Jennifer, she lived with me for a little while. But the rest of them, I don't talk to her, I don't see her, nothing.
Well, I hope that they find it in their hearts to reach out to you and show you some support through all this. I know that would mean a lot to your family, and I'm sure to you.
Yeah.
Speaking of family, how does it make you feel that Candy has been so outspoken against you?
I don't know, we've never seen eye to eye. You know, she don't like me, I don't like her. I don't know.
Do you think she's trying to hurt you, or is she just speaking her mind and what she believes to be true?
Well, sometimes I think she's trying to hurt me. You know, because she thought there was something going on between me and her daughter and that. And she always told me, don't screw with her, that she'll get me, you know. But I don't know. I guess that's all up in the air.
And how about your nieces and nephews? It seems like Carla's been very supportive. I've seen her in court.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel that, have some of your other nieces and nephews been supportive?
Yeah, that makes me feel good. And everything else. I talk to them, so it gives me something to do when I'm in here, and I can call them and that. And they tell me to call, so.
So who do you call?
I call Carla and that. And sometimes my sister and that.
Yeah, we're supposed to meet with your family tomorrow night. I don't know if Carla can be there. Your mom said.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Her mother was saying she didn't know if Carla could be there, but it would be nice if she were. And
Yeah.
of course, I would like to meet her. So.
Yeah, she mostly works at night.
Yeah. Sounds like Barbara works a lot too.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about us doing this film?
it feels good that there's somebody out there that really believes in me and want to get the story out and get the truth out and see what really happened. It surprises me.
Why does it surprise you?
Because I've never had nobody do something for me like that. You know, something happens and there's somebody there, somebody trying to help.
Well, you just made me feel really good. So thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, when we first arrived at Debbie's house last night, she told us that she'd spoken to you and your message was for us to keep up the good work, and that made all of us feel really good.
Yeah.
So we all thank you for that.
Yeah, that's real nice.
So Stephen, let's talk about something hopeful. I mean, have you heard anything about any updates on the possibility of getting out on bail?
I guess they're working on it. I gotta get a lawyer, and we gotta get another lawyer for up north for the property. So hopefully by next week that will be done. And maybe the courts will have it next week or something.
Good. Are you concerned at all that some of these new allegations or the prison letters might affect the bail bond?
I don't think so. I don't think it should. You know. But you never know with the county and that. I can never expect, you know, what they're going to do. You know. I think they're trying to hold us off as long as they can. They need this, they need that. You know. But it shouldn't make a difference if it's cash or it's property, as long as it's money. You know. I mean, all I want to do is get out and marry my fiancée. And that's about it. And we try to go to trial and prove my innocence.
You know, it really amazes me that you say that you want to prove your innocence because, I mean, legally you're not required to. You know, legally they're required to prove your guilt.
Yeah, but now it ain't like that no more. It was never like that. You always got to prove your innocence. You know, that's why the Justice Department is backwards. You know, I think it needs an overhaul. Something needs to be done about it, and nobody wants to do nothing about it. That's the thing.
And what do you think about the people who worked on the Avery task force? Do you think they're doing something about it?
No. No. The only thing is they had the evidence that it proved my innocence, and they went from there, and that was it. The rest of this, to me, there's something underneath the rug. You know, now, like, they just don't care what happened. You know, they don't care about the truth. You know, and I was up there to all the meetings. They know me. They should have some kind of respect to know what I'm like. You know, even with the Innocent Project, they can get involved. You know? And they should have a right to get involved. You know.
So have you tried contacting the Innocence Project regarding this case?
No, my mom didn't, I guess. They said they can't do nothing with it until they found me guilty again.
So they're saying they would have to wait to become involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to set up a meeting with Keith Finley. We're hoping to interview him, and he wanted us to send him an interview outline before he agrees to meet with us. But I am hopeful that he will agree. And we've also written a letter to Mrs. Bjornson regarding the 1985 case, and how that, fiasco of an investigation and trial, affected her life as well, because I think it's important for people to know that, of course, they're doing the accused an injustice, but also the victim.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely let you know if we're able to meet with her.
Okay.
Have you ever met with Mrs. Jansen?
Yeah, at the Capitol.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
At the Capitol, I did.
And what was that like for you? Had you ever spoken to her or heard from her before then?
No, I don't think so. I think that was the first time. It was, I don't know, it's hard to say. A little more relaxing than, it wasn't her fault back then, it was the cop's fault, So I couldn't really blame her. So I had to forgive her. I know she did go through a rough time, but I did too. But I suppose we just had to forgive each other, start over from scratch again.
At what point did you feel like you could forgive her?
Probably after I got out of prison. It came more to light than been in prison. Because I had a lot of anger and hate in prison and everything else. Because I was in there for something I didn't do.
Stephen, I find another thing very interesting that says a lot about your character. Even though you were so hurt and angry, and I'm sure you were hurt and angry for your family as well, that they were going through it.
Yeah.
I asked, whether you'd gotten into any trouble while you were in prison, or were you a good prisoner, so to speak. And, do you have anything to say about that?
I was a good prisoner. They sent me to Tennessee. Then they said I had some shanks, but it was screwdrivers. To them it was shanks, But it was, in the report it was screwdrivers, what I said. But you weren't supposed to have none of that stuff. But otherwise I got along with almost everybody, I worked in auto body for 9 years. I didn't get no trouble hardly until I went out of state.
And so when you were in Tennessee, was the most serious thing you did was have some sort of property that you weren't supposed to have, or they said you had something you weren't supposed to have?
Yeah.
So you never got into fights or anything?
No. And sometimes I had some extra clothes and that, but it was all, worth nothing,
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting, given that the media is releasing those prison letters and not saying anything else about the man you were when you were in prison for 18 years.
Yeah, I did some, when I say some bad stuff, when I went through the kids that way, which I shouldn't have. But back then, you got all of this hate and anger in you. You don't realize what you're doing. You just want to get it out there and get it to her and that, and I don't know, just that moment you do, I don't know, something stupid, I guess.
When you were in prison, what was the one thing you felt like they couldn't take away from you?
I don't know, they couldn't take away my love for my family and that. My wife, my kids. Because I had that the day I got out. And they stuck behind me and everything else.
And what about now? What can't they take away from you now?
Well, I still got my love for my family and that. They can't take that away. If they're dirty, I suppose they can take away from my freedom. If they find me guilty, but that's about it. But it don't seem like if they find me guilty, I don't feel like sitting in prison for something I didn't do. You know, it's going to be hard. I said, I'm going to take the other way out. You know, I hate to think about it, but I don't feel like doing a light bit for something I didn't do. And getting punished, and my family getting punished again. It's too hard.
Stephen, have you ever calculated how many days you spent in prison?
Not offhand, no. I kind of stayed busy, you know, when I was in there. You know, I kept my mind occupied, you know. Like when I was in Green Bay, I did out of body for 9 years. You know, all day I got my mind looking on cars and paint and everything else. But then when that's all done, come back, you take a shower, then you sit in the room. Then you start thinking more and more, you know. And I always thought, I always get back to my wife and my kids. And then after I got out, I know that was shot down.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Oh, that was shot down the drain. You know, she was remarried to my sister's ex-husband, and then I didn't know what to do. I was all puzzled again.
How did you feel about Lori remarrying?
When I first heard about it, it hurt. And I had to go through it again. You know, it's part of a bad thing again. You know. I guess it only lasted for so long, and I got over that a little bit. I don't know if I wrote letters back then or what I did. I don't remember. I don't even remember what I wrote to her or nothing.
And how about Jody? I mean, how long have you been out before you met Jody?
May or June.
Of 2004?
Yeah. I think it was 2004.
And
she
how's
moved
she
in.
holding up now?
Huh?
How is she doing now?
She got her moments, you know. But she tells me she loves me and she wants to get married. And I guess she wants to get married next month. So I wrote her back. I told her if I'm out, I guess we can, you know. She's got her days, and just like me, you know.
Well, that sounds like something great to look forward to.
Yeah. Now if I can make it happen, it'd be nice. You know. Because she did stop drinking and everything else, so she's a different person now. I had to yell quite a few times at her. You know, what's more important, drinking or being with me or whatever, you know. It took quite a bit, but I guess it sunk into her. You know. And then she don't drive or nothing, so you got no license, you can't drive.
Do you think she'll be coming to visit you?
If I don't get out, yeah. She'll probably stay with Ma or stay down back by the trailer or something, I don't know.
And how do you think that might affect your relationship with Debbie?
Well, Debbie, all I want to be is friends with her. You know. I really don't know Debbie too much.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I said I really don't know Debbie too much, you know. Just that little bit when she comes up here and that. I was trying to set her up with Chucky, but I guess she don't want Chucky. But she's married, so I really don't want to break up a marriage, you know. And I'm in love with Jody, so I only can be in love with one.
You're so sweet. You know, I was thinking about the fact that when you were wrongfully arrested back in '85, you were, what, 23 years old?
Yeah.
And they kept you captive until you were 41. And the reason I was asking you before about, you know, if you'd figured out how many days you'd spent in jail, I was thinking about, like, you know, comparing that to either how much time you spent in school or how much time, you know, you were given to, as a free man, to have a job, you know, and just that period of your life that they took away from you, you know.
I don't really thought about it, you know. I'm just trying to take it day by day like I did in there. You know, and it was coming close where I got this $425,000 before Christmas. And my lawsuit was almost to the end. You know, I could have moved on. I was planning on moving, buying me a house and that, until me and Jody can live. And then it all broke loose. You know.
Debbie was saying you were also talking about buying a house for your parents?
Yeah. I want to redo it, you know, because it's old and ain't been kept up, you know, and they're getting up in age, you know. So I always wanted to rebuild them one.
It was so nice when we were up in Cribbage. Your dad was showing us the place that's being built for Chuck, and, you know, he's just so proud of you. He was telling us about all of the good work you were doing, you know, and he kept talking about how neat you are. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, every time I come up there, I got to straighten up a little bit, and before I know it, he's got it all messed up again.
Yeah. So one of the things we were told is that you've been sort of staying up at night and sleeping during the day. What's that all about?
It's easier. I don't know, I'm probably backwards, I don't know. Doing time during the day, you know, you got the phone you can call, but then you got the people out there, you know, they can't afford all them bills all the time, you know. And plus, you know, I think more, you know, during the day and everything else. This way, if I sleep all day, I eliminate all of that. You know, then at night, I can just lay there. You know, most of the time I think about Jody and that. And when I
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
when I get out, I can marry her. So, you know, otherwise, I listen to the officers coming every hour. You know, then I can imagine what time it is, you know. around. And it's almost breakfast time, you know. So then I eat breakfast there for about a half an hour, then go back to bed.
And Stephen, where do you actually make the phone calls? I mean, are you able to go in and out of your cell, or?
During the day, yeah. Yeah, it's open at what? When they bring breakfast, and then till 11 o'clock at night.
So is it like you have a room, but you don't have to be in it?
Yeah. Then you got 2 rooms with doors on, with bars. And then, I don't know, maybe 3 feet from that, then you got the table and the phone. And you got a TV. This is a little room. It might be, I don't know, 6 by 10 or whatever it is. And you got a shower in there. But it's over day. I'm by myself, you know. And I'm trying to deal with it being by myself, you know, with nobody. I had somebody for just a little while, and then he left. So I'm by myself again.
How did you feel when you had that roommate?
It was a little bit better, you know. There was somebody to talk to and, you know, make it more easier, you know, and talk at night and, you know. So it was a little easier time than by yourself.
And how have you been feeling? I know you had that operation not too long ago.
That's doing 100% better.
Right.
I'm still taking pills till they run out. Another 2 weeks or something with them pills yet. But that was, at first it felt like food poisoning because that's what I had in Tennessee that time. And that's what it felt like. But then we got down there, they ran me through the machine. They said I got stones. Then they couldn't get it out the first time. They moved it. So then I had to go back the second time. And I had to put that thing in me 4 times. That's what hurt.
So what happened in Tennessee?
Well, with their food. They got bad food down there. And I got food poisoning. I thought I was going to die. And took me to the nurse and gave me some medication and told me I had food poisoning, and that was about it.
And so when you thought you had food poisoning here, did you think it was accidental, or?
I thought they were out to get me. So, you know, I'm the only one in here. Well, I wasn't the only one. I had my roommate in here at that time. But it seemed like they gave me a tray, you know, and they did something to it, you know. I didn't know. I don't know how far these would go. And that's the way it felt, like I had food poisoning. Same thing I had in Tennessee. You know, puking and on the toilet and everything else. And that's what I had down there. And the pain was right all down in there. But then when the doctor said I had a stone, well, then I guess it was a different story. I had a stone in Green Bay once. But that didn't take me long to give me a pill, and I guess I passed it right away, so that was within a couple hours I was done. So I didn't feel like, not like that.
So does it ever feel like you're living behind enemy lines?
Yeah. Well, yeah, all the time. They're trying to get all the dirt on me that they can. I got to work twice as hard. And what do I do? What do I say? You know? Sometimes I don't even know which way to go. I don't know what to say, what to do. You know? All I know is they're out to get me. And
so, Stephen, earlier you were saying that what appeared on the news were things that you'd already told the detectives.
yeah.
Were they questioning you without your attorney present?
Since from up north, when they came.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Since they came up north, they questioned me, everybody. You know?
And was that before? Oh, so that was before they.
Before everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Then when they arrested me for the guns, they questioned me some more. Now I asked for the lawyer. I asked to call a lawyer. They told me they could do that. He could do that later. You know, they went to the hospital. They stripped me. They took pictures. That's what the warrant said. But they didn't take nothing. They took pictures, and that was it. You know, they didn't take nothing. They didn't take my blood. They didn't take any of my fingernails, like it said, or nothing. You know. But that was it. That's why I thought there was something fishy there too. And they took me to the police station. And they questioned me again, and I told them I didn't do it. I didn't know nothing about it. And I told them I was done. You know, and we left then from there.
Which police station did they take you to?
To Rovers.
So, Stephen, one of the things we were talking about last night with Debbie was, her efforts calling different companies and things to try to help raise money for you.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, have you had any angels come into your life?
Not much at all. A couple people sent a little bit, but most of that went to an investigator. And that wasn't too much. It helped a little bit. I don't know. I get a couple letters from people, But I don't know.
Is there anybody else who's done anything like what Debbie's been doing?
No. Mm-hmm. No. Debbie's doing a lot, I guess. She's trying to get me out. She believes my innocence. I think she's doing more than anybody, I can see why she feels, towards me. Because I guess she believes in me a lot, so she's going to do something for me.
So, Stephen, I know I asked you this last time, but is there anything you want people to know?
People don't know? Mm-hmm. I'm an innocent man. I don't know. That they're framing me again. I don't know what to do. I need people to help me. Hopefully we can find out the truth. I don't know what else to say, The people help me out there. I thank them. I thank them for believing my innocence. Because they're doing the right thing. I am innocent. I just don't know what to do anymore. else to say.
Well, I'm glad to know there are people who believe in you and who are helping. I mean, I know that I've met those people myself, so.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that we work on this every day and all day for you.
Yeah, even the people at the public defender's office said I'm innocent too. And I don't see too much done. You know.
And what do you want people to know about those new allegations?
That they're false. Just because when I first got out, you know, she needed somebody to talk to. I listened to her. We spent time together. We went fishing. She helped me fix the ice shack up. You know. And to me, I was treating her like she was my own daughter. You know, because I missed mine. So I was just doing it that way. There was nothing going on, you know. We just had fun, ice fishing and everything else, you know. There was always people with us, you know. But what her ma thought there was something going on when there wasn't, you know. And I would never do nothing to her anyway. She's my niece.
So how does it feel to be accused of that by somebody in your own family?
It's ridiculous. You know, why do I have to go through this again? You know, why is she doing this? At such a point that she had a crush on me too. You know, at first. Then she'd see me on TV, get a makeover, and she'd tell everybody, oh, he looks hot, you know. In front of her kids and her husband and that. Then she does all of this. You know, I really didn't like her the first time I seen her. You know. But I don't know. If she thought there was something going on, then she should have stopped, you know, from her going with me. But she never did. You know.
Yeah, none of it makes sense, especially if they say you were accused of this all the way back in August 2004.
Yeah. And they investigated then. I didn't find nothing. And she said nothing happened. And I said nothing happened. You know, she told everybody else nothing happened. You know.
Do you remember who investigated and when?
Yeah, Calumet County did.
Do you remember when that was, Stephen?
No. Just 2004 sometime.
And what do you want people to know about the prison letters that have gotten out?
Prison letters? Yeah. That's when I was in prison. And I didn't know which way to go in there. You know, so I wrote some bad letters to my wife. And sometimes I used the kids.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
I used the kids to scare her so she would come back to me and that, you know, once I get out. You know, I always wanted to get me married to her and have the kids again. You know, I always expected a family, you know, because I told her to leave to get a divorce, which I didn't feel like both of us suffering again and over and over. So I took my anger, my hate out on her and the kids, you know. I made a mistake. Now I'm paying for it again. But that was my honest mistake what I made. You know, I should have never made it. I should have never wrote them and all of that. And used the kids with her, you know. I screwed up. You know, I wasn't thinking. all I was thinking is about myself. I wasn't thinking of how she would feel, or the kids would feel when they found out, when they knew how to read. You know, I never realized all of that, you know, like I do now. Sorry I done it. You know, maybe if I wouldn't have done it, maybe I'd have all my kids. You know, they'd be talking to me, or maybe they'd be all living with me. You know.
So, Stephen, I was asking your parents about the day that they went to pick you up at Stanley and bring you home finally. Can you talk a little bit about that day and how the next 2 years were for you?
When they picked me up, when I got out, I don't know, I felt way different. I felt free. I left all what was in the prison. I left it all there. You know, I don't know where it went. I still can't figure out where it went. You know, we ate at the restaurant. Then coming back home, I got a little car sick. I felt like I was going to heave and everything else. I got home, then all I seen was all the media and seeing everybody, which that was a good feeling. You know, everybody there and everything else. I mostly took it day by day. You know, but you can't do too much with no money. You know, they let you out and with nothing. You got to start all over from scratch. You know, they should really give you some money so you can do something. You know.
And when you say you left it all at the prison, what are you referring to?
Well, the hate and anger out that I had. You know. I don't know where it went. It just left. When I left that last day, it all left. It disappeared. I had my daughter, my sister there, my mom, dad, and that. Where it went, I don't know. They must have blocked and kept it all in there. You know, in the gates.
Good, that's where it belongs.
Yeah. You know, because I didn't feel no anger at the victim or nothing, you know. And when I was in there, I did, you know, at such times. Why is she doing this to me, you know? And that was all gone. And it was a good feeling when I walked out the doors.
And do you remember the moment you first saw your house again?
Yeah, it was old and wore down a little bit. Yeah, so it was something different, you know. And you know what, Ma, she got some bad knees, she couldn't do nothing, you know. But I said I always will fix her house up and clean it up, you know. I never got a chance like that yet, you know. I figured once I got my money, you know, I could do that for her. You know, because she did a lot for me. So I might as well do a lot for them. But now I might not come to that point.
And how did your family and your loved ones look to you when you first saw them again at home?
They were crying and everything else. They were happy. I was happy. I think my brother brought me out some champagne or something. Something out of a big bottle. And I was sucking on that. Which, I thought I was going to get drunk. But I guess it didn't affect me too much.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
I think that was pretty good right there at that time.
I know your parents were saying, you know, they were telling us how well they thought you were doing, you know, up until all of this happened. I mean,
Yeah.
How would you describe how you were doing those years that you were free?
Thought I was doing good. You know, I was working by the yard. You know, I was waiting for Jody to get out. Everything was going good. You know, getting the place all ready for Rolly. You know, so when he sees it, everything was stepping up and looking good. You know, and his trailer painted and everything else. You know, by the time he gets down, it'll be all done. You know, and look nice. You know. But then me and Mom, we made a plan to go up north to butcher some chickens, and this all broke loose.
I know your dad said he has 2 chickens now. And he asked us not to photograph them.
No.
Yeah, we were very touched. He showed us, you know, where he was planning to raise fish with you. And
Yeah.
did you know that he carved your name in the cement?
Yeah. But now I might not get that far. Well, if I get out of this, I might just go up there and just start on that too. Me and Jody can run it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So me and Jody can run it, and maybe start with that fish or something. That's what Dad wanted me to do anyway, so. And that'll get me out of Manitowoc County and everything else. But everything's up in the air now. I don't know which way to go, because this is all done.
Yeah, sorry. The phone is so I think I just have 2 more things for you, because I don't want to keep you too long. What were you hoping to accomplish when you filed the lawsuit?
Give me some money where I didn't have to do anything. You know, I can live the rest of my life. You know, they could pay for their mistake, what they did. And I should have it coming. You know. And that way, if I want to do something, I can do it. If I wanted to go up north, raise fish or whatever, if that didn't work, you know, then I planned on was going to do an auto body, you know, up there. That was one of my plans for them, you know. But, you know, I guess all of that stuff is on hold.
So when do you think all the trouble with you and law enforcement started? I mean, how far back does this go?
Probably after ran my cousin off the road. I think it started. Then with Bernstein after that. You know, with the rape case. But I don't see what I really did wrong to the sheriff for him to pick on me like that. You know? I can't figure it out. Why only me? You know? I don't know.
How much power do you think the sheriff has?
Well, he had all the power. He could do what he wanted. Because he told me, I got you now, when I got to jail.
And what do you think he meant by that?
I don't know. I think he was thinking I was doing all kinds of crimes and everything else, and I don't know. I got no idea. I don't know what he meant by that I got you, or what.
Do you think he took it personally, what happened with Sandy, because she was married to a sheriff's deputy, or?
Yeah, I think it's got a lot to do with it too, a little bit. Deal with Bernstein and all of that. I don't know. But I've never seen Mr. Sheriff, you know, for one person, and the other cops couldn't do nothing. Nobody could do nothing. You know, they couldn't talk, they couldn't speak to nobody. You know.
So there were officers who wanted to help you but couldn't?
Oh yeah, all the way up to the DA's office. They knew I didn't do it. And that all came out in the lawsuit with them testifying. You know, all the way up to the DA's office. You know. But nobody could do nothing. Nobody said anything.
So, Stephen, is there anyone or anything that you believe could help you the most now?
The most? Probably who did it would speak up. Somebody knows something. Come forward. Somebody's got to know something. You know. Somebody knows who put that.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Somebody knows who put that vehicle there. Somebody knows who was in my place, got my blood. You know, who planted the evidence. Somebody knows. You know, they don't search a place 3 times and don't find nothing. And the last of the 3rd time, then they start finding stuff. So somebody that got to know something. You know. I don't see one person, you know, dropping all that stuff off and nobody seeing nothing. That's what I can't figure out.
Stephen, I wanted to go back for a moment to when you were, you know, a young man and you were working at Hamilton Industries.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Do you remember why you were laid off when you were a married man with children?
They were laying a lot of people off. They were, I don't know, I can't remember. I know they were laying off people. And I was on one of the ones, I wasn't there that long. So I got laid off in the process of that.
And how do you think that affected you and your family?
Probably a lot. And then, you know, you got no income coming in for a while. And you got to do something.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the timing of that, and I thought, you know, here you were, a young guy, and you've gotten in trouble with, you know, the burglaries, which, you know, seem just like something a teenager would do.
Yeah.
And then with the incident with the family pet, I mean, your sister Barbara said you didn't even do that. You know, that you took responsibility for it, but that you didn't do it.
Yeah. The friends were good for that. Maybe that's why I quit hanging around with them. You know.
So I thought maybe, you know, that there was another way in which you were being punished in a sense that you've gotten laid off and, you know, somehow connected to those things.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's, I don't know.
Well, you know, life certainly isn't easy for anybody who gets in trouble with the law because...
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. You know, if I did it, I could be punished. You know. It's just when he didn't do something, then he shouldn't be punished.
Right.
You know. And why is somebody out to get one person all the time? You know, there's got to be a reason. Everybody told me to watch my back. They're going to out to get you. You know. And Lisa told me that a couple of times.
Do you know what she meant by that?
Well, kinda. They'll get me again. You know.
Yeah, when I talked to her, she was saying that, it makes them look bad if you prove that they were wrong.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
She's probably right. I made them look bad. I made the whole department look bad. There was investigation and everything else. Of course, it'd have to look bad. They probably don't like that. That's even like with this now.
And how do you think the current case makes them look?
Well, probably makes them look a little bit better because they got me again. Maybe they can prove this one and maybe they stick. Let's see if they're out to get me. I said, then I can't have that judge either from Manitowoc because he'd be before Manitowoc too,
Yeah, so this might be their effort to improve their image.
Yeah. So I think it'd be best to take it right out of Manitowoc County with the judge and everything. And that way they can't hide nothing. This is what this bail too. There ain't no reason why he couldn't game me it and heard it at the last minute. I've been giving them all the answers, what they want. If they needed something, I talked to them. I ain't gonna run for something I didn't do. And the judge should know that. I never ran. So my family business is here. I live here. I ain't gonna run. Why would I run?
Yeah.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
One thing I've learned about you is that you care about your reputation. You care about what people think of you.
Oh yeah. They got all the bad stuff. It don't make me feel good. That's why I try to get my side out. And with the letters, why I did it and everything else. And sometimes it helps, sometimes it don't. Sometimes they just put on TV what they want on TV. That's it.
So, Stephen, do you think, I would like to come visit you sometime, and I'm wondering, how you feel about that. I know that, I guess one thing I'm not clear about is, on your visiting days, do you just get one 20-minute visit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can have as many as 3 people at a time?
Yeah. Yeah, on a telephone.
Right.
Yeah. So when are you going to be back?
Well, we were planning to leave possibly the end of this week, but as I was saying earlier, Professor Finley called us today, Keith Finley.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to let us know whether he can meet with us as early as next week. So if he can, then we'll delay going back to New York,
Mm-hmm.
So we're planning to go back just long enough to have some meetings, and then we want to be back here again to keep talking to people.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that you'll be out because I would love to, to talk to you in person and, spend some time with you. And I'd like you to get to know me more so you can feel as good as possible about this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we can see what happens here once we go to court again. And hopefully they'll put me out.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll have a different lawyer or something.
So your next court date is the 24th?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
But if I get all of this done, I'll have a bond hearing.
Right, it would be earlier.
Yeah. Hopefully this month yet.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll talk to your mom a little bit about that tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's put it this way. If you don't have 3 people on your list for this Thursday, I would love to come.
Mm-hmm.
And if not then, if I'm still here on Sunday, I would come then if you like.
Okay.
But I just want to let you know that I am very interested in coming to see you. So.
Okay. Well, let me see what I can do up here.
Okay.
Maybe we can get a special room where we can talk.
Okay. And do you need any information from me, Stephen?
No, I think I got it all on your letter, what I got here.
Okay. All right.
Unless I'll let Ma know when you talk to Ma, then she can let you know or whatever.
Okay. That sounds good. So maybe, I don't know if you'd like to call tomorrow night when we're at your mom's.
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. I don't think we've set up time yet, but I'll definitely talk to her during the day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow up on one of the leads she gave me. I'm going to interview someone about something he thinks he saw. So
Okay.
we'll let you know about that tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right?
All right, then.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good night.
Yeah, you too, then.
And thanks so much for everything. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.